Sometimes the best travel souvenirs are the recipes we bring home. Chef James Tyler is back with a dish inspired by his time in Belize and the flavors that keep a great trip alive long after you return. Welcome back to the show. Thanks for this, and this just smells amazing.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, so tell us about this. What did you prepare?
You know, this was one of the things we've been talking about travel, and as you were gone and on a trip, and we get to talk about that. We always joke in the shop that the first thing that we do when we come home is say, what was the best thing that you ate while you were gone? And so as we were talking about this week, it just reminded me, and you kind of get nostalgic and think back, but I was very fortunate to spend a good amount of time in Belize. And one of the great things was the barbecue chicken. On Sunday afternoon, you could smell it from miles away.
Yeah, look at this dish you've prepared. Do they make their chicken differently? Like, do they prepare the chicken differently?
They do. They have different things. You know, one of my really great friends had a way of doing them, soaking in lime. Another thing is using annatto as a seasoning that you don't see as many people up here use as they do, but it's pretty much a staple. So there's little tricks and everything. So it's got a little more of a citrus hint to it. It's got, just a deeper barbecue sauce rather than just the kind of sweet that we're accustomed to around here.
Okay, I feel like I should have some of this. But
absolutely.
What is all?
What I did is just kind of took a little liberty of my own. But however, one of the things that was common is whenever you'd go to a Sunday dinner, you would have your chicken, tortilla, potato salad, but rice and beans or beans and rice. And strangely, there is a difference between those two, but that was a staple.
Does that have to do with how much beans or how much rice you have?
Yeah, rice and beans is whenever they're cooked together, so they mix together. Beans and rice is when they're cooked separate and poured over.
So this is beans and rice?
This would be beans and rice, and that was always my favorite. I enjoyed that a little more. It tended to stay a little more moist than cooking them together. I mean, they're both wonderful. Yeah. And you're talking about staples of their, a cultural dish, but it's just one of those things I enjoy.
It's really good. What is this?
That's just a tortilla. So plain tortilla.
I was confused.
Yeah.
Because everything else is so Belizean.
Yep. No, that's one of the things that whenever you would go to some of these, street vendors or whatever, leg quarters were pretty much the most common cuts, but it would be served to you, and basically you'd have a plate, but your plate was the tortilla first.
We can see the recipe right there.
Absolutely.
Seems like there's a lot that goes into it. Like you marinate it for a while.
Yeah,
right? So
there is. There's some of the ways if you want to cut some corners here, but they take pride in what they're doing, and so soaking that and kind of, as they would call it, cleaning the chicken in lime. And that matter, there is a little bit of a process, but it's not that bad. And
keep talking.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a good one there. But yeah, no, it's one of my most favorite memories of the time that I was able to spend there, and it's unbelievable whenever you wake up on especially Sunday morning and you can already smell the guys from so far.
That tastes different, really, than chicken we have around here.
That's right.
And absolutely delicious.
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
What did you put in this red sauce that you have as
This is a homemade barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And so that has some of that annatto in it as well, but that's the tomatoes from the farmer's market. Everything that's in there is from the farmer's market. And we did that, made that up yesterday. And so yeah, it's a little bit different, like you said. So it's got a little more citrus in it. It's got orange juice and lime in it.
Oh, so
it is different, but
what's a green? Good. You got a green sauce in here.
This is also I just brought that. That's an avocado tomatilla salsa, and so for me, I love that. That goes well with chicken, and for anybody that may not want barbecue sauce, it's a nice alternative.
Well, you got to check out Fire and Lightning Catering if you want to hire their services to come to your next event, maybe just come to a party that you're throwing, because this food is amazing. And I'm sure you cook to order. So if people have been on a trip before, hey, I've been to the Maldives, can you make me something? Or,
absolutely.
I've been to Brazil, can you make me some, whatever.
100% we can do that.
Yeah, Chef James is your guy. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I'm going to sneak off with this plate. Absolutely delicious.
Awesome.